Good evening. I'm Dan Fitzpatrick at StockMarketMentor.com. Just a quick follow-up on Aprea Therapeutics. Now, this is a biotech stock that I talked about yesterday in our strategy session for members, and I mentioned that this was a stock that was poised to go higher. Now, we've had some really good success with other IPOs this year, but this one is turning out to be a real monster. Full disclosure, I didn't own this until, honestly, I think I didn't own it until today. I had been thinking about buying it yesterday, but then I actually took the plunge on a different stock that was giving me some pretty similar price action with this bullish engulfing pattern. And so I took a little flyer on this, still long the stock. All I did was add to it today, and that's it. But with Aprea, I saw this first thing in the morning that it was up, and what I had mentioned yesterday, I'll just kind of walk you through it because we see this with IPOs all the time. This isn't a like, hey, see what I did video. This is see what you can do in the future when you see these setups. So this is where the stock had looked yesterday. Now I've just drawn a little line here about $30 because even though the stock pushed above that a few times over the last couple of weeks, it was quickly kind of trounced by sellers. So I was looking at $30 as pretty solid resistance. But then yesterday, the stock actually closed at $30.69, or we'll call it $30.70. So it was up a little bit, closed up, I would say, decisively above the $30 level, and look at the volume over the past few days. So that definitely made this a stock to watch first thing this morning, and then boom, it breaks out right away. Now, this is the type of thing that you want to be, you want to have this on your watch list. You want to have alerts set on this type of thing because a stock like this, once it breaks out, it's breaking out. And it's going to go fast. Now, let's look at this real quick and just get kind of a bird's eye view, or actually more like a satellite view. This is a stock that on the opening day of trading was the low of the stock. Typically, IPOs at some point early, they might run up initially, but at some point they're going to come down and often undercut their initial entry. Where they debuted. In this case, the stock didn't do that. It ran right up, trended sideways. And then I would say the first real buying opportunity, the first sign that, okay, the stock's going higher, at least the way I look at stocks, is here. So relative to the price range, I'm not buying low. I'm actually buying high. I'm buying at the all-time high right here under the assumption that a stock that continues to move up has institutional sponsorship. It's got some buyers in there. So the stock moves up. Once again, it drifts sideways. It's a fairly illiquid stock. So right here, what I'm looking at is a stock that is drifting sideways, not down. A stock that's drifting sideways, which tells me that the buying's just dried up, but there's not too many sellers. The sellers are kind of, they're kind of playing their cards close to the vest. So the stock's trading sideways here, and then bam, it gets hit again with more buying. So just this, and this gives you a sense that there's some real institutional activity here. Now, the stock trades down here for a week or so. As I look at this, it's kind of tough to buy the stock at 30 and then a week and a half later it's down at 22 or 23. That's a pretty tough deal. But overall, you have to even look at this and say the trend is still up. The bottom line is, even with this sell-off, and it's not like you got to buy this stock and just hold it through everything. You can be managing your risk in other ways. But this sell-off here, when it finally did find a floor, this is just even more bullish. It just gives you more confidence that the move is up because buyers are in the stock. And so now, after just 2 days of trading, the stock's up 36% in just 2 days. So do I think this stock is going higher? I actually do. I can't say how much higher it's going before it pulls back. We can see the zigzags, but even if this stock does pull back, you know what? As long as it doesn't undercut, say $25 or so, actually more like this, I'm still looking at this stock as an IPO that is under institutional accumulation. So you can find stocks like this all the time. You can look at IBD, they've got, leading IPOs and stuff like that. But I would suggest just keeping a watch list with only IPOs in it, and then review that every day, set stops accordingly, have a process for trading IPOs, and we teach that at Stock Market Mentor. Have a process for trading IPOs, and you're going to find that some of your best trades, your most profitable trades, will come through trading IPOs in my IPO strategy. So anyway, that's it. I'll see you guys next time.